Good morning. I didn't know if that was going to connect for a minute. It was like not working. We're going to do our nails really quick before work. These are the nails that I'm doing. Let's see. I'm kind of scared to tip this. I need to order a new, I don't know what you call it, but whatever, like the part that holds your phone on my light, it's like cracked, and because of that, it will not like hold shape or anything. But yeah, we'll do this and we'll just kind of hope we can get it back to where it needs to be. But good morning. How are you guys? I'm just going to do some short nails today. I already prepped my nails. These are from Amazon. They're $6.99. And then all of my friends told me to get the Kiss glue. It's on sale for $1.99, so I added it with the list. But I have to say, I think full price is $2.99, and it is really good. So they weren't kidding about that. I've obviously used other glues that work, but one thing that's kind of nice about this one is it doesn't like spread out everywhere, and it's nice and like thin. And then the container is like drip proof as long as it's not upside down. So that's nice because sometimes the glue are so small that you don't have any way to like prop them up while you're like doing your nails and stuff. So anyways, it is really good. I have to agree. And it's a max speed or whatever drying. I got too much glue on the first one as soon as I say that. But yeah, I do really like it. So thank you for the recommendation. What is everybody up to today? It's Wednesday. I keep thinking it's Tuesday, and don't get me wrong, I'm glad it's Wednesday. But since it was Memorial Day earlier this week, I am just like kind of thrown off by that. I feel like anytime there's a holiday, I always like kind of get my days messed up, but I'm not mad that there's less working days left in the week. That's for sure. So I'm certainly not complaining. This is kind of our last, I know this sounds kind of crazy because we have a whole summer. Good morning. I hope I can see comments today. Say hi if you hop on. I couldn't see comments. So yesterday I went live with makeup and then I went live with hair, and I couldn't see comments until my second video when I did my hair. And so I was like, what a freaking bummer. I'm going to try to comment and see. Sometimes that like fixes it. I don't know what I'm going to comment here. Please let me see comments, Facebook. Okay, I can see my own comment. Yesterday I couldn't see any comments, so if you are commenting and I don't answer, trust me, I want to be able to talk to you and chit chat with you, but for whatever reason, Facebook doesn't seem to want that the last 2 days. So say hi. I'll still come back. I always come back and read the comments. It's just nice when I can actually chat with you guys like back and forth. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of like the whole point of a live video. Otherwise, I would just make a short tutorial and talk to myself like I have to when I can't see comments. Oh my gosh, I can see a comment. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Joanne. Thank you guys for commenting. I just wasn't sure. Yesterday, I didn't even realize until like halfway through the video, and then I was like, okay, someone would have like commented something by now, and that's when I realized like, I don't think I can see comments today. So, yay! Good morning, Lisa. How are you guys? Okay, how much better is that already? I was just making a TikTok, and I was saying in the TikTok, like one of the easiest ways to glow up, or whatever you want to call it, I swear, and I didn't start doing this till about maybe 3 years ago. I'm 32 for reference, is doing your nails. So I live in rural Montana, so glue-on nails or like press-on nails are usually what I go with, especially because I've been a nail biter my whole life, and so when I have these on, I don't bite my nails, where usually if I just paint my nails, I do like bite my nails, you know what I mean? Good morning, Valerie. So this is what I do, but even if it's going into a salon and like getting your nails done, just painting your nails, even just like maintaining like filing and trimming your cuticles and like oiling them and stuff, I swear it's like one of the easiest ways to kind of like glow up without really doing that much is like maintaining your toenails and your fingernails. I am not as good about doing my toenails. I do usually have them painted. And the nice thing, I feel like, I don't know, you guys will have to tell me if you agree, but I feel like when I paint my toenails, it lasts so much longer than, say, if I paint my fingernails. So that helps me in my cause, but I don't usually, like, go in and fix them until they're, like, really bad, like, chipping away everywhere and just look like absolute heck. Good morning, Juanita. How are you? All right, I'm just squeezing this. And when I do these, so if you've never done glue on nails, these are press-ons. They only come with like a sticky thing. And so I did buy that Kiss glue. So I can't say if the sticky thing works. But regardless, you want to squeeze the nail to your nail until the glue dries. So you want to really like give it a good squeeze. And if you ever get any glue that comes around the edge, I just take a little wipe and like kind of wipe that off and then squeeze again. Good morning, Marla. Thanks for hopping on, guys. I'm so happy I can see comments today. Valerie, I have a question. Can I message you right after the live? Definitely. You can message me anytime. Yes, last couple of months, my toenails, that is. Yeah, I just did my toenails Saturday, I think. I just paint them at home. I don't like, don't get me wrong, I love a pedicure, but I haven't had one in like years. So I love them, and if you are able to treat yourself to that, girl, you should do it. But usually that just doesn't really fit into like my time schedule and stuff. I guess mostly because I just don't make time for it. Like if I was really committed to it, that's kind of just an excuse. Like I could drive, you know, make the appointment, drive the hour, go get the pedicure. You know what I mean? But I guess I just don't. But I don't know. It's kind of like hard for me with like luxury or whatever. I don't know if you call that luxury. I think you would, but like just extra stuff that is not really necessary. Like if you spend $100 on a pedicure and it's not someone you know, like you're just kind of going to a stranger, it always like makes me a little bit nervous because it's like some girls are, or probably guys too, I've never been to a guy, but like they do a really good job, you know, like they realize it's like this is a treat and like they do the full shebang, like scrubbing and lotion and the massage and like just really like doing the full thing. But I've also paid for pedicures like 1 year for Zuri's birthday, and they were pretty little. I'm just squeezing this until the glue dries. But they were probably like junior high girls, and I took her and 2 of her friends to get pedicures, and they were all getting them at the same time. And like, this is just an example, like some people that it's like, I think you're in the wrong field of work because they like don't actually really want to work or like realize, you know, what they're doing. But 2 of the girls were like so good. Like they gave them the full treatment, like the full everything. The one girl, and they were all the same price. It was the exact same pedicure. She got done, I'm not exaggerating, 20 minutes before the other girls. Like she didn't even like give her a massage or like anything. Like it was just like, literally she soaked her feet and like scrubbed them a little bit and then put the polish on and like rubbed lotion on. But like just like how you would rub lotion on yourself, just like one swoop, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, if you're paying like $100, like that's not just for you to literally just paint their toes, you know what I mean? I don't know. Valerie, I tried the Kiss glue last week. I couldn't get them to stay on. Really? I love this one. I don't know if they have different ones. I'm using the PowerFlex Max Speed, and actually all my friends were the ones who recommended the Kiss glue to me. I wonder if you should maybe try to see if you can get an exchange, because I wonder if you got a bad one, because I had like quite a few people recommend it, and this is my first bottle of it, but it is really good, or at least the one I got is. So I wonder if you possibly got a defective one, or like one that was already like kind of drying out or something. Okay, I'm just going to squeeze it. I will say it sometimes takes a little longer to dry than other times, which I don't know if that has to do with like how much I put on or just the nails that I'm using, but I just squeeze like really hard until it's dry. And then, yeah. Yikes, 100 when we had 3 pedicures in my life. Good thing is my guy trimmed my toenails for me because I have back issues. He's the best. Oh, I love that. What is his name, Marlo? You've probably told me before, but I don't remember. But it's like, you know, if you're actually gonna get like the full service, then, you know, it's like, yeah, it's a luxury service, like I'll pay the extra. But when sometimes you get that girl that thinks it's just a literal like paint your toenails, and I'm like, not for that price. You know? And so you sometimes just like don't know what you're getting. And I still like, I'm not someone that's like gonna throw a fit at customer service or anything, but I'm just like, yeah, it's just hard for me to like take that risk, you know? Or like when you get a massage, like I've had, my sister's actually a massage therapist, so I've had a few massages in my life. Luckily most of them are from my sister because she's amazing, so I actually don't go to anyone but her if I get a massage now. And actually when it's my birthday or Christmas, I just tell her that's what I want for my gift, is a massage. But like I got a massage with her once, so it was like a couples massage but with my sister, because she worked obviously at like a spa. And the girl literally was like, I don't like deep tissue or anything, but it was like she was like tickling my skin. I'm like, I would not be happy if I was paying full price. Luckily I was getting my sister's like discount. But I was thinking, oh my gosh, imagine paying $120 for someone to actually just like do this. Like that's like the hardest, you know. And it's like, I don't even like a lot of pressure. So to me, I was like, that's crazy work, girl. Like, I think you're just not putting in much effort. Definitely find someone that you like. I pay my girl extra to rub my feet when she does my pedicure. See, and I totally think it's worth it. Like, if you find, and I'm sure most people are good, you know what I mean? But it's like, when you do get that one off that you're like, I could definitely do a better job at home. It's kind of like when you pay $10 for a coffee and it's literally horrible, and you're like, you know, paying $10 for coffee is like crazy, but you're kind of like treating yourself, and then it's like absolutely disgusting, and you're like, well, that's disappointing. You know what I mean? Thanks, Valerie. I never paid $100, but I paid $80. That could be what it was, but I probably gave them all like a $20 tip, you know? And I do think there was like different kinds of pedicures. Like, you know, it says like an express would be more just like a literal, just like, you know, scrub your toes, paint your toenails. But then there's like, oh no, I better hurry before this glue dries. But then there's like obviously other ones where you're kind of like paying for that extra, you know, time or whatever. And sometimes you get a girl that still thinks she should just do an express, and you're like, what? Anyways, I like pretty much never go now, but I've had some really nice pedicures and some where I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally messed this up, you guys. I'm gonna try to take this off. Oh, thank God. I put the smaller one on my middle finger and the bigger one on my ring finger. I was like, why does this look so much bigger? I'm gonna see, hopefully I have another one in the other section here. That explains why that other one was like kind of trying to pop off. Oh man. Let's see. This looks a little better. Oh yeah. So I bet that middle finger will probably not last that long, but that's okay because I can just, man, I'm having a struggle bus with these last few nails. I can just, if it does pop off because I put one that's way too small on there, I can just grab a new one and glue it on because I think the rest of them will last longer, you know what I mean? I just didn't realize it until I went to try to put that big one on my ring finger, and I realized I swapped them. Good morning, Jerry. How are you? Okay, last one. I actually love this color. I think it's trending right now because I see a lot of like girls with this blue, and I think it looks really pretty. And then I saw that yellow is supposed to be like the color of 2025, like kind of a light, like a butter yellow, I think they called it. And I think that's really pretty too. Actually, Tip Beauty had a set of nails that I did that was like the perfect color for that trend, or that like whatever. It's supposed to be the color of the year, but I've seen a ton of girls get this like electric blue type color, and I love it. So that probably is what influenced me to buy this pack of nails. Doing your right hand is so much harder than doing your left hand. I'm seeing a lot of yellow. Same, Kelly. Jerry, I love that color blue. I think I will get that when I have mine done next week. Definitely. I've seen so many girls on like TikTok and like influencers or whatever that I watch, and I love it. Every single one I've seen that comes out with that color, I'm like, that just looks so pretty. So I was definitely influenced myself to get the electric blue. And like I said, a lot of yellow, like not like a bright yellow, but kind of like that softer, like butter yellow or whatever. I've seen a lot of that, and I do really like that too, but I think I like the electric blue more than the yellow. But both super pretty. Okay, what are you guys up to this weekend? Okay, this is crazy, but this is like our last kind of slow week before like stuff gets really crazy for the summer. Zori just started working yesterday. She works at the pool, and I work for the town. So we kind of both work for the town technically because, actually, well, we do, not technically, because it's like a city pool, obviously. So they're getting that all going, so we'll have the pool open soon. And then Carve has nothing going on this week, but then next week he has a football camp for 4 days. The week after that, he has a basketball camp Monday through Wednesday, and then Wednesday night, he leaves with the football team to go to another football camp, which he doesn't really want to go to it, but I think he's just like kind of nervous. And I think and hope they're going to have a lot of fun because it's kind of one of those like very rare, I don't know if I should put this back in here with the glue or not. I think I'll try to just put it off by itself. Anyways, it's like the whole team goes and they go like with the school or whatever. So it's like an overnight stay and just kind of like a lot of fun and like team bonding and stuff. So I hope he has fun, and I honestly think he will, or I gotta try to fix my light a little. I was trying to make it so you guys could see my nails, but yeah. Let's see if that's a little better. Anyways, if I didn't think he would have fun, I obviously wouldn't be making him go. So I hope it's fun, but yeah. And then the next week, we are going to the lake. I think it's the next week. It's honestly hard to keep track because my husband, I lost the lid to this, so that's great. Gonna have to buy a new one already. I didn't even hear it drop. I also see my pencil sharpeners down here on the floor, so I'm glad I saw that, or I would have been like, where's my pencil sharpener? So yeah, anyways, and then we have one weekend. I kind of don't remember which weekends everything, but we have one weekend that we're going to have a bunch of company here because it's the softball tournament, which I don't play in it, but my husband and his friends do. So yeah, I don't know, just a bunch of chaos. Good morning, Kathy. Like fun stuff, but also some stuff that it's like, oh, I could live without that. Okay, well, the lid is lost. I'll just look for it when I get off of here if I have time. I just thought I'd try to get it on before it like starts drying out, but I have no idea where it is. So yeah. Valerie, I went on the Ophir website to order a darker foundation yesterday, and there are only 3 shades available left, and they were way too light. Oh my gosh, 3 shades? Like out of all the shades, that was it? Hopefully the weather is good and finally get on the Harley and go for a good ride. Oh my gosh, that will be so fun, Valerie. I wish I could do yellow. It looks horrible on me. It brings out the yellow in my skin and makes me look sick. I actually totally get that, Jerry. If it's like bright yellow, like neon yellow, I feel like I can wear it. But if it's like that soft, like butter yellow as far as like a shirt, not a good color on me at all. Kelly, working. I always work Trader Joe's on the weekends and therapist Monday through Friday. We've had rainy weather for so long in Nashville. I just want to get outside and want pool weather. Same. Okay, so this is what our weather keeps doing, and it's like, it did this in the winter too. It's like, it's nice Monday through Thursday. That's when we're at work and school. And then it was like the weekends, it would get crappy. So we started joking in the winter because we obviously like had to go to games and stuff. I mean, we wanted to, but we also had to. And I swear, every weekend it snowed. And then it sucks for like the state guys or like the town guy that I work with and stuff, because plowing, you're kind of like on call all the time. You know what I mean? Like in the winter, because you can't just leave the roads like in shambles. Like ambulances and emergency services, like people have to be able to travel. I swear, it would be nice all week, and then as soon as it hit the weekend, it would be like a blizzard or something. I'm like, it only snows on the weekend. And I feel like this week, I'm just doing the bloom serum and the barrier drops. But anyways, this week, kind of same thing. Like, it is really nice during the week, and then it looks like it's supposed to get rainy on the weekend. Luckily, I hope, knock on wood, we're done with snow, but yeah. Good morning, Clara Jean. Good morning, Kathy. I don't know if I already said good morning, so just in case. We take the grandkids out to the lake, and they love tubing. They're brave. Oh, I love that. We're going to go fishing, so we're actually going to take my little nephew, and I'm really excited about that because we just, like, don't get to spend enough time together, I feel like, you know what I mean? And so it'll be nice to just, like, get to hang out with him, and him and Carver are, like, basically the same age, so it's Cody's younger brother's son, but it goes Ridge, Brody, Carver, and they're all, like, less than a year apart in age, so like Brody's right in the middle of my boys, so it just works out perfect, and we're just excited to get to hang out with him, so it'll be fun. I think I'll try the silk skin. Oh, is that this? What's the silk skin? The milk drops? I love the milk drops. We have wetsuits so we can get out earlier. Oh my gosh, fun! Okay, me and my sister used to go on the tube as well, and I swear my dad was like really chaotic with that thing. Like, looking back, I'm like, it was a blast. Don't get me wrong, we loved it, but looking back, I was thinking like, if me and my sister were my kids, I would literally kill my dad because it was like absolute chaos. And so he would be like, yeah, I'll go slow, and then we'd be like, all right, you know, go faster or whatever. And then it was just like full speed ahead. And I remember like one time my dad put his friend, and I'm sure he weighed like 180 pounds. We're like teenagers or like young teenagers, you know? And anyways, his name was Ron, and Ron, for whatever reason, ends up in the middle of us and like says that my dad can't flip him because he's so heavy and he's in the middle of like a pretty big tube. And me and Anel are on the outside of him. And so I think my dad just like took that as his personal mission to flip the tube, but it took so long that like we were going like full speed, like, and I remember the next day, and I'm still young at this time, so it's like, it was quite shocking for me. It felt like I broke my neck. Like, my neck was so sore, I like literally couldn't even move it. And anyways, we were just on that tube forever, just like going in circles, and like he'd try to get it, you know, where it like spins outside the boat and hits like the boat wave and stuff. I think it took like 30 plus minutes of like full speed, just spinning circles and stuff. And he did flip us, and me and my sister, we definitely went flying, to say the least, because obviously the force it takes to flip 180 pounds in the middle of the tube is quite a lot. So yeah, I don't think I really went tubing since, because as fun as it was, I was like, oh my gosh. Clearly my parents are divorced, so my mom was not there to witness it. It was so funny. No, sorry, I said it wrong. Sheer Skin Foundation. Oh, there's only 3 shades in the Sheer Skin? Dang it, I didn't even realize that. What shades was it? There's only like 6 total, I think, right? Good morning, Tammy. Oh, I want to go fishing so bad. My husband don't really like it. Really? That is surprising. My husband definitely likes it more than me. Except for my husband in his old age has gotten a little bit like, he doesn't like to fish from shore or anything like that. So he only likes to fish from the boat, which is fine, but then when Carver wants to sit down at the dock all night and like get eaten alive by mosquitoes, I usually am sitting with him, which is fun, but also it's like, usually there are so many mosquitoes and stuff that I'm also like, can we be done? I mean, he's old enough if like my little brother's there or something, or even if Ridge is there, like I don't mind if they're down there together, but I don't want someone down there like by themselves, you know what I mean? Because it's like, what if you fell in or whatever and like hit your head? Like you need someone there accompanied with you, because they can both swim and they're like older, you know, they're not like 3, but if you're by yourself, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do if you bump your head. But a lot of times it ends up being me and him, which is fun for a while until then it's not. Tubing looks fun, but I can't swim, so I'm not trying it. We can swim, but we always wear our seatbelts when we're, our life jackets when we're tubing. That's like a rule. I don't know anyone that doesn't wear their life jacket when they're tubing, actually. I mean, I'm sure there's probably like some 20-year-old guy that doesn't, because they just don't like to listen, you know what I mean? Okay, if you can find a shade that'll work for you, Skin Satin is $20 right now, and you can stack the code on top of it and save another 30%, so it's kind of crazy. I'm going to mix it with this face milk. I've been really liking this lately. I think it's just like such a pretty kind of summery look. It like adds this really pretty glow to your foundation, and it just smells so good. No, the Skin Satin is all sold out, but 3 shades. So I'll try this sheer skin. Okay, I see what you're saying, Valerie. So if you have, Valerie said there's only fair shades left. So if you have fair skin, it's your lucky day, because that's all that's left. And you can get $46 foundation for $14. So run, stock up, take advantage. I actually really like the sheer skin. It's definitely not really what I wouldn't consider it foundation by any means, because it is more just like a tinted moisturizer. But I do love it. I wear it all the time in the summer because, I don't know, in the summer, I honestly don't mind not wearing makeup. So it's not like I feel like I have to wear makeup, but it's like when you do want makeup on, but you don't want it like heavy and cakey because you feel like you're just like sweating underneath of it. I love the sheer skin for that, because it's just like such a pretty base, and it leaves your skin really like glowy and hydrated looking, and it does help a little bit like even out your skin tone. So for me, I do have a lot of like sunspots and just like old acne scars and stuff, so it definitely doesn't like cover that, because it really has like very minimal coverage, but I feel like it helps kind of just smooth it out a little bit, you know what I mean? So I love the sheer skin, and actually a lot of tinted moisturizers break me out for some reason. I don't know why, but if I had to guess, it's the SPF that most of them have, and sheer skin doesn't break me out at all, so I love that. But somebody recommended that I look up PABA. I don't think that's how you say it. Free foundation or SPF. So I am gonna do that, and actually Neutrogena had one for like $10 I think on Amazon, so I think I'm gonna try that and see if that helps. This person is now timed out and cannot comment for 15 minutes. What? Okay, what's going on? Does Ophir make the skim milk? Is that what you called it? It's called face milk. And yes, it is Ophir. I love it. It's actually so good. Like, it makes your skin so hydrated and glowy. I love mixing it with my foundation. You can also put it directly on the skin, and it'll just leave you like super glowy and hydrated. Another thing I love about it, and like I just said, I have pretty sensitive skin. It has like aromatherapy in it. So not like, it doesn't have like perfume in it. It has like essential oils and stuff. And so it honestly just feels like you're like at the spa, like getting a facial, and just instantly relaxes you. So I love that. Melody Almond was 1, and it's a medium. I was thinking of grabbing it. Of the Skin Satin. And good morning, Melody. For some reason, my comments got stuck. Good morning, Maricela. Carlos Ray woke up early, so we missed you. Oh, perfect. Karen, actually, you can get the foundation for free. Okay, with what? Like, are you talking about like the 150 code, or how do you do that? Give us the deets. I love a tinted moisturizer for mature skin, for sure. I actually think tinted moisturizer is like the best thing for mature skin. All right, I think this is blended. I think it was blended 58 swipes ago. So we're gonna leave it. My face is getting so hairy. I might have to risk shaving it again soon. Okay, I need a different powder because I didn't realize until I put that on. Apparently, my time in the yard this weekend did give me a little tan. It's such a weird thing because it's like I do tan easily, but it fades like that. So I feel like I'm like changing foundation shades every week in the summer. I need that. Yes, you guys will love it. So if you go to the Ophir link, and I put code MORE30, but honestly, Memorial, Glam30, any of those, they're all 30%. So you can use any of them, and that'll save you 30%. So code Memorial is auto-applied. You can totally just use that because that's 30% off too. But yeah, it's called the Face Milk, and I love it. The other three, I would say, as far as I can tell, are completely unscented. So the Barrier Drops, I smell nothing at all. And then this is a really good, these are all skincare items, but they're like ideal for makeup prep. So you can totally wear any of them by themselves. Like if you just want to do the illuminating eye and one of these and just have like fresh skin, it'll just leave your skin super glowy and hydrated. But it's also made with the idea of makeup prep in mind. So like these are going to prep your eyes for like concealer and eyeshadow, and they have a little bit of an illuminating factor to help blur the appearance of like fine lines. They're really hydrating, so your foundation and concealer isn't going to settle in. And then they have that slight tint to them, and the idea is just, it's very subtle, you guys, very subtle. So it's going to be very minimal difference, but if you have like brown eyelids or like brown under eyes, the lilac or really yellow will kind of offset that with Color Theory and just make it less, kind of like neutralize the color. And then if you have like really purple, like big bags under your eyes or that kind of a shade, the Peony, which is kind of like the peachy one, will kind of offset that with Color Theory. Tammy, I ordered some extra foundation, only $14 per bottle. I'm loving it. Yeah, I can't believe it. Use Gift, then use Skin20, and it will be free, except you will pay shipping. Okay, everybody try that. I've never been able to use more than one coupon code at checkout. But try it. See if maybe there could be like a little glitch or something Karen found. I'm going to pin this comment, so if anyone wants to try it. And I have, I'm going to pin that for us. I have the Ophir link up in the description, so just ignore the code I typed out and try Karen's. So use code GIFT and then use code SKIN20 and it will be free except for shipping. I've never been able to apply 2 coupon codes to an order, so that could be a little bit of a glitch, but if you can catch it in time before they fix it, yay. Either way, Skin20 will take $20 off, and they're selling for $20, so it zeroes out. Memorial will get free shipping and 30%, or use Savannah's code. Okay, yes. So yeah, Memorial or my code will both be 30%, and then it's free shipping on orders of $50, but or more. But anyways, I pinned Karen's comment, so if you guys want to go try her hack, I have Ophir linked up in the description, and try her codes. Like I said, I don't know if it's gonna last that long because usually you can't apply more than one code at a time, but everybody run and go try it. Okay, maybe I'll do my kind of go-to lip. I didn't really get on here with a plan other than hanging out with my friends for a while. Maybe a little too long. 8:44. Holy smokes. I was just happy to not be having to rush today. I always have like other videos I could or should make, but I don't actually have any that like are super time sensitive that I have to make today. So that's nice. I'm trying to decide if I should do bronzer or just blush today. Sometimes when I do both, This is actually an eyeliner. I'm gonna link this lipstick with the brown lip liner, so you can get 10% off. And the brown lip liner actually works better. I just can't find mine. Karen, I've done up to 5 codes at once and it worked, but since I've opened my mouth, it may change now. Isn't that totally how it goes? It always, like, I'll have people message me and say, like, the code won't let me apply it. And a lot of times it's because, like, say if it's their first time shopping on Ophir, it'll have, like, a 20% off code auto-applied or something like to that effect. And it won't let them, like, stack that code on top of it. But if it works, hell yeah. And honestly, even if only the free skin one works, like, that's a really good deal. Because you could technically get the foundation for the cost of shipping, or you could do, like, let's just say a $70 order. And then if it'll give you free shipping, like the Memorial Day sale, with the $20 off coupon, I mean, that's a really good deal, too. Worth a try, for sure. Just tried it and Skin 20 still working. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for sharing that. I had no idea about that code, so I love a good hack and some good savings. All right, this is in the shade Well To Do. This is one of my favorite lip combos because it's kind of different, and then depending on if you do like more or less lipstick or more or less liner, you can kind of make it like, it'll be like a totally different color. And so I love that. And it's one of those that I feel like once it sits for a minute and like the colors mix together, it actually looks like even prettier, you know what I mean? Okay, let's go with some bronzer. Do you guys think bronzer today? I got a little overzealous with the bronzer the other day. I noticed, which is not the first time, definitely not the bronzer swap, but I was like, whoa, once I actually got like out in front of a mirror. So yeah, I was definitely bronzed, to say the least. I loved it on my forehead and my, this bronzer is broken that I'm using, so I'm just putting it down on the table so that I can not spill it everywhere. But anyways, I loved it on my forehead and like everywhere else, but on my cheeks, I got like a little bit carried away. Not the first time, not gonna be the last either. Let's just keep everything else kind of simple and go with like a simple eye, and then the lipstick can be kind of like the main star of the show. I will make sure to add a link for this lipstick up in the description, and if you use that, because I'll have it in like a custom cart, you will get 10% off. So it's kind of an expensive lip combo, but I'll be honest, you guys, I use that lipstick a lot, and I've had it for so long, literally years, so long in fact, that the lipstick is still in the old packaging, like, and now they're even bigger, so definitely expensive, but I do feel like the quality's there and it's gonna last. So, you know what I mean? I don't mind paying more for something if there's actually a reason to, but if I put it on and it's like, this is the same as like every other, you know, thing, like literally no different, then I'm gonna be like kind of disappointed. I feel like these are really good lipsticks. They have vitamin A and E. They're super hydrating. They're super creamy. They're still lipstick in that they're definitely not transfer proof, so just like a traditional lipstick, but I would say the color is long lasting compared to like a cheaper lipstick. So yeah, anyways, they're really good. Can't get your link to work. Missy, is that for which? What is free? Renee, okay, if you go to the description, I have my Ophir link. I wonder if I can put it down here. I'll try. Okay. So there's my Ophir link. If you go to that, the Skin Satin Foundation, if there's only a few shades left. So disclaimer on that. And I guess it's all fair shades. I haven't actually looked, but if you use code SKIN20, that's for $20 off. And Karen said that you can actually just get the Skin Satin for free, like for the cost of shipping. So you can do that. And she also said you can stack the code. I've never been able to stack codes. So she said it's worked for her, but of course, like as soon as she shares it, she's like, no, it probably won't work. I've never gotten codes to stack before. That's never worked on Ophir's website, but it's worth a try. So anyways, I was putting her little tip. I have it pinned here in the comments. And then, oh shoot, I can't do that. Okay, Missy, do you want me just to message it to you when I get off of here? Anyway, if it doesn't work, it's probably because it won't let you apply more than one code. But if it does work, heck yeah. Should we do a little blush? Let's go with... I'm always like, do I want almond or do I want apricot? Apricot's kind of peachy orange. I feel like that could be kind of pretty with this makeup look. If you love the mascara, it can go down to $10, but if you trigger the sale, it can go to $5.80. Oh. Interesting. So anyway, Skin 20 gives you $20 off. So basically, even if you, say if you did like a $50 thing, you could get $50 for $30. Like, it's still a really good code, even if it doesn't let you stack, but totally worth stacking. Or trying to stack. Alright, this is the shade Apricot by Ophir. As you can tell, because those of you that have Ophir blushers, you know how pigmented they are. So I think it kind of goes without saying, this is one of my faves. I love it. It's just such a pretty, like, peachy color, and it's so good. I might take just a little bit and put it in with this bronzer and just kind of pull, like, the whole look together. I definitely don't want to take away the bronzer because I think that's really pretty, but just add, like, a sudden... See how it's very subtle, but it just has, like, that hint of peach? That's what I want to do. I actually think this is a really pretty but simple makeup look. Okay, I got this setting spray for $4.99 on Amazon, so if you need a cheap one, it's actually not bad. It has a kind of a long-lasting mist, so the first time I used it, I thought it was going to be one of those spray bottles that you, like, go... All you have to do is... See what I mean? Like, start at the forehead, and then in one swoop. Okay, yay! Well, I hope it works for everybody. You know, I love a deal. Okay, we're gonna let this setting spray set and dry, and then we're gonna do mascara, and then we will be done. I have to go put my jewelry on, but I didn't bring it out here, so yeah. All right, what are you guys up to today? Everyone working? We talked about this weekend. It sounds like you guys are gonna have some fun weekends. I also have to get up and visit my grandma really soon. She's back for the summer. So, I don't know. I need to talk to my sister so we can figure that out for sure. I kind of soaked my hair, but that's okay. I love, love, love this look. Thank you, Jerry. I'll link this lipstick for you guys with its own link too, so that way I can get you the 10% off. Like I said, it's still kind of expensive, but I literally have had this. This isn't even the packaging it comes in anymore. And you guys have seen me use this one quite a few times, so it's not like I do it every day, but I definitely use it a lot, so I think it's pretty long lasting. Okay, we need some mascara. Maybe I'll just pick up a little bit while this is kind of drying down. I'm gonna go to work today. Well, I'm gonna finish up this video, which has taken up most of my time, but that's okay because I can see comments. I actually got to chat with you guys, and then, yeah. Okay, you're glowing. Girl, I love it. Thank you. I think it's this $4.99 setting spray. I actually like it. Okay, every time I enter a code, it gets rid of the one before it. Yeah, I've never been able to stack codes either, Kelly. Missy said, so how it worked for me was to add the skin satin to my cart, then use code SKIN20. I didn't have to use code GIFT. Okay, yeah, so if you were just doing the skin satin, that's perfect. Yes, it works. I just tried the codes. It's free. I didn't totally check out. Yay! Okay, so I think Karen was talking about before that you'd have to add more to your cart than just the skin satin, because that would only be, it's $14 and then $20 off coupon. I think she was saying that somehow she was able to stack SKIN20 and code GIFT. So she was able to apply both, but she had more in her cart than just the skin satin. Does that make sense? So otherwise you're already at just the shipping, you know what I mean? So there wouldn't really be anything to apply the code to, I think. But she can tell, maybe if I'm misunderstanding that, she can tell us. Okay, I just want to make sure my eyelashes are dry, otherwise I feel like they don't really curl. I love waterproof mascara, but a couple days a week I feel like my lashes need a break from it because it is so much harder to remove than regular mascara, let's be honest. There is a 50% mascara code too. When I added SKIN20, it disappeared. So you can only do the one code then. That's how it always has been for me. Karen, yes, that's correct. I did add other things, and that was before they marked it down to $20. Okay, so yeah, that would make sense. So your total cart was like well over the $20 thing. I put 2 items in with GIFT and SKIN20, and it let you do that, Valerie? So maybe you have to have a minimum of a couple items in your cart, and then it, for whatever reason, works. I would say if you get it to work, hurry and check out, because I personally have never been able to stack codes with Ophir. It always makes me like delete one to apply another. So if it lets you guys stack codes, check out while you can. Use Lash 10 and GIFT. I gotta run, but I'll message you. Sounds good, Valerie. All right, let's put on some mascara. This is just a regular mascara, nothing crazy, but just kind of a nice light mascara that I feel like is not a huge mess when I apply it, so I love that. Do I still get some on my eyelids? Usually, yes. But yeah, it's nothing fancy. I think it's like $15, so if you guys do want this mascara, just say mascara. I cannot figure out my Celesty website, so I don't really do like a ton with Celesty. Backstory, I was with Younique for 10 years. Next month is my 11th year, and next month is also the 1 year point of when I switched to just being an affiliate. And for those 10 years, for 8 of those 10 years, I just did Younique. Like literally nothing else online, just Younique. And then for the 2 years between the 8 and the 10, I kind of started getting more into a little bit of affiliate marketing. So then I started working with like Launch and Tip Beauty because I was just getting really like burnt out. You know what I mean? And that was just like such a great change. But anyway, so when I switched to affiliate, I joined Celesty, which is also MLM. I have nothing bad to say about MLM, but I was like, I do not know if I want to go through the whole like climbing the ranks thing again. Like truly when I started, I was like, I don't know if I want that. But maybe I do. Cause then all my friends were like, no, as soon as you start like doing it, like all your excitement stuff's going to come back. And it didn't really come back, but I still like the products. And, so yeah, I still kept my website active, but recently, so if you're like, what is this random Celesty? Like, I did like a month and I was like, I don't know if I'm really like, I don't think I really want to do that. I gave it pretty much my all for that month. and it was like we did good. We hit like the leadership level status thing, whatever it was called. I actually don't even remember the name of the rank, but I was like, man, I just don't think so. I just love being able to like make videos, share tips, hang out with you guys. Like, I love that. And honestly, I loved having a big team too, and having like not only like my own team, but also having like so many friends. That was like the biggest blessing of network marketing ever, is like experiences, memories, friends. Like, truly, I have nothing bad to say about it. I would never tell anyone not to join. It's not a scam, like nothing, but I think I just needed to like shift gears. So anyways, if you're kind of like, what is this random like Celeste that she barely talks about? That's how that kind of came about. And I've kept my website active because, like I said, I do like some of the products. I have a lip combo that I love, and a couple other things that I like. But they just did this huge website revamp, and that's nice, like that they upgraded their website, but like I can't get into my website. And so I don't even know, like I'm having to like copy and paste links like as if you were a customer on my website, and it's so weird. Like I literally cannot get logged in, and I actually emailed them and I was like, I can't get logged in. Like I've activated the website, but I'm like, I can't get logged in, and I've tried to do the reset password thing, and it never actually sends me an email to reset my password. So I'm like, obviously I've done this kind of work. I've had websites, and I know how to do like the basic stuff. It's like when you call someone and they're like, unplug it from the wall and plug it back in. I'm like, I'm not calling you for that. Like I've tried that a long time ago. You know what I mean? But anyways, they're like, yes. And I told them the email, like, I've tried that and it didn't work or whatever. And then they're like, yes, go to shop.celeste.com and click on login, then click forgot password and follow the steps. Is that helpful? And I replied, no, because I've already done that. I'm not getting the email to be able to reset my password to log in. That's why I emailed you. And then the next email I get is, please rate your service. Like, did we fix your problem? I'm like, literally, no, you did not. So I'll try it again, but I'll put a link to the mascara up in the description. This makeup look is so beautiful for you. Thank you, Missy. Okay. Did everyone get their Ophir codes written down, saved, whatever? I pinned the main one to the top of the comments, so even if you have to come back on the replay, it should stay pinned. The only bad thing is I feel like it doesn't actually show it as pinned until you get to that point in the video. So if you guys need a second to like screenshot any of these codes or like these tips from Karen or anything, I'm going to give you guys just a minute. Check your spam folder. I checked my spam folder. I checked my promotional. I checked my spam. That was also their advice, which I was like, yeah, I've done that. Which I totally get, like, a lot of people haven't had, like, a website, and so they wouldn't probably know how to do a lot of this, but it's like, I've already had, like, a lot of back offices and just things like that with different companies. So, yeah, anyways, I'll get it figured out. I just purchased, Marla said, just purchased the Milk and Skin Satin through your link, total $34, and that includes shipping. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Great buy. Thanks, Karen. Thank you, Karen. All right, I'm going to give you guys just a second because I know there's a lag from when like I say something into when it comes across. So if you need to go through the comments and screenshot any of the codes, or you can screenshot like Karen's pinned comment so that you can go on and try that. I have my Ophir link up in the description if you want to use that. I do get asked sometimes like, if you order, do I get credit? And yes, if it doesn't even have anything to do with the code. Like, you can use any code you want. If you use any of the links in my videos, then that will credit me. So I really appreciate that a lot. For one, that's the only way I make any money doing this, is if someone orders something. Don't ever feel pressured. Truly, you don't need to. So I love just hanging out with you guys and stuff. But it also tells, like, Ophir or like any other company, like, okay, Savannah is actually like still talking about us, like, you know what I mean? Like, if people even click my link, that at least tells them like it's a good thing to have her on as an affiliate. You know what I mean? So it helps in a lot of ways, like even if you don't order. So just so you guys know, I do appreciate that a ton. I used your Ophir link. Thank you, Marla. Mare Stellar, we actually did our nails at the beginning. So they're glue-on nails. And I did them at the beginning. So I have this exact set linked up in the description. They are $6.99 from Amazon. And then I did link them with the Kiss glue. This is on sale for $1.99, or it was today. I don't know how long that lasts. Full price is only $2.99. So it's not like you're like, you know, gonna break the bank with it, but if I can save $1, I'll save $1. You know what I mean? So I have that linked up in the description too. If you guys want them. No biggie. If you don't, I just think it's easier like shopping if I have it there. And then another reason why I try to do that is because sometimes people will comment on a video and I don't know what it is, but like it'll just randomly start showing people like an old video. And I'm like, man, I have no idea what I used or whatever. So if I have it linked for you, that just helps, like, if someone comes and watches later on. I'm just filing off the little, like, tip thing on the end. It's tiny. I don't know if you can even see it, but just so they're nice and smooth. Kelly, just what Karen used, Skin 20 and Gift, but it took a while. Did you enter one code in before the other, or... I don't know if that even makes a difference, but just in case, like, something people can try while they're on there. Cool. I'm going to rewatch for sure. Well, thank you. All right, girls, I better go. I do have to go to work, and we've been on here over an hour. So I love hanging out with you guys. I love being able to have kind of a slower morning with you versus, like, we're usually in a rush. So, yay. I have everything linked above. I'll link the lip, so by the time you're on the replay, it'll be linked. And I don't know about stacking these Ophir codes. It's never let me, but so I don't know if I'll really be much help with that. You can totally message me if you think I might have the answer to something, for sure. But I would say just try it and, you know, see if it'll work. But yeah, thank you, Karen, for the great hack and the great tip. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me. And I will see you girls tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.